Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Rico Aladdin and I'm the founder of Professional Lunch. Today it's a pleasure to have Kouadjo Bini with us. He's going to talk about his profession, what he does, and a little bit about himself. And we're going to take the conversation to what he loves about what he does. And also, after that, we will ask him to tell us some of the challenges that he knows about what he does and that other people who are interested in becoming and being in that field can also look out for. So I'm gonna give Bini the opportunity to talk about himself and talk about what he does. Here's Bini.
Well, hey Rico, thank you for having me today. How's it going?
Good, good, good. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good.
All right.
I'm glad to be here in Fargo, beautiful Fargo. It's a little hot today, but I think it's good.
Yes, it is. So, Bini, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and what you do?
Okay. Well, again, I'm Kouadjo Bini. I'm originally from the Ivory Coast. For those who don't know what Ivory Coast is, it's a country in the west part of Africa. It's located between Ghana and Liberia. If you really want to know where it is at. I live in Minot. I work in Williston. I'm an information security officer for American State Bank out of Williston, and what I do there is mostly cybersecurity, information security, and things in that nature. I've been here since 2013. Graduated from Minot State and started working after that. So yeah.
Wow, sounds like a very interesting career you have there. But is that something that you always want to do since you were a kid, or is it something that you were somebody guided you, maybe a teacher or your parents or a friend tell you that's a good profession to go into?
Actually, that's interesting. I think I ended up here by nature. Actually, I was just basically led into it based on my ability.
Okay.
Because it goes back to all the way to high school. In Ivory Coast, in high school, when you graduate high school, before you have to pick two tracks. Either you pick the literature track, and then generally those people tend to become non-accountant, lawyers, and things of that nature, judges.
Okay.
Anything that is more literature based.
Okay.
Or you take the scientific track.
Okay.
There is two options in the scientific track. There is the biology, chemistry, all that stuff. So those people will become like doctors and all that stuff.
Okay.
And then there's the pure mathematic track.
Okay.
So generally, those would be end up your accountant, or they'll end up being your mathematicians.
Okay.
Or your whatever it is, engineering and all that stuff.
Okay.
So I picked the mathematics track when I was in high school. So naturally after that, and by the time I was graduating, I started liking computers. And I started discovering computers and all that stuff.
Okay.
But personally, I wanted to be an economist.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, I wanted to be an economist. But so when I graduated, I was like, what am I going to do with this degree of economist? Because I didn't have anybody around me to tell me what I can do with such a degree.
Okay.
So I just ended up going to computer science because I was good at computer, I was good at math. So I was like, let's just go with the flow.
Wow. Okay.
So that's how I ended up taking computer science and started college, and everything led to where I'm here today.
Wow. How do you like your career? How do you like working with computers and the information system?
I love it. I love it. I mean, I feel like it's a rewarding career, and I feel like also it's a field that would never die.
Wow.
It's also really challenging because of the high amount of innovation that always come into that field.
Okay.
People are creating new systems, new software, new computers, new ways of doing things, and all that every time. So it's really interesting. It's always growing, always evolving, and all that. So I love it.
Okay. So do you like the innovation aspect of it, or do you like because of the fact that it's changing, continually changing?
Yes. I like the fact that you don't just stay stagnant, or you don't just stay content about it. Because you have to keep learning all the time. Because
it's constantly evolving.
Yes. Otherwise, there is things that, if it's obsolete, is a risk for the company.
Yes.
because obsolete systems are actually vulnerable systems that attackers can use to hack a company.
Yeah.
So you have to constantly be learning about new ways to fix things, new ways, what is out there to upgrade your current system and all that stuff. And people are creating new ways of processing data and all that stuff.
Okay.
So
So, what would be? Can you give us some example with three things or more that you think that you love the most about your career?
three things.
Yeah. Well, you can tell us more, but we'll say three things. I mean, with examples, or if you are okay with sharing some examples.
Well, the first thing that I want to talk about is there is part of my job right now is the education aspect.
Yeah.
Is basically educate employees on best practice and also what we call cyber hygiene.
Okay.
You know.
Wow, that's a term. That's a term called cyber hygiene.
Yeah,
Okay.
cyber hygiene. You know, cyber hygiene encompasses everything, all the good practices,
Wow.
all the things that you should be aware, you should do or you shouldn't do online. You know, what the things that you need to look for when you're surfing the web and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So part of my job is to educate our employees on how to behave online so that they don't fall prey for attackers, and then my employer get hit by a ransomware or something like that.
Yeah. Cool. Cool. Right.
And I think also one thing that I love, the second thing that I love is, I guess, the satisfaction to know that I'm part of the team that help protect the bank. You know,
Oh, wow,
from
nice.
cyber attacks
Wow,
and
there you go.
ransomware and all that stuff. You know,
Good. Yeah.
really good.
Yeah. Do you have one more? Now make it three things.
What more?
How about the financial aspect of it? Is it something that you are satisfied?
It's really financially rewarding. Yes,
Very nice.
Really
Yeah.
financially rewarding because, again, as I said earlier, it's a really competitive field.
Yeah.
And also, it's a field where people have to constantly be learning on all that stuff.
There you go.
And some people think computers field is hard. So generally speaking, I mean, the pool of available candidates sometimes is limited compared to the jobs available there.
Yeah.
Right now, cybersecurity is one of the fields that is hiring like crazy
Wow.
because of the recent ransomware in the news and all this stuff. But the problem is there's not enough qualified people out there ready to be employed straightforward. So that makes it a really, really high-paying area to be.
Very cool. Very cool. Now that's one of the things that when I'm doing this, I always focus on is the challenges that are associated with such a field. So, if somebody is listening to this audio right now, what do you think are the three top challenges that they will have to deal with, in that field?
In computer science,
In computer science, cybersecurity, and computer science.
Well,
According to you.
according to me,
yeah, according to you.
you need to have good people skills
Yeah.
and good social skills.
Okay.
If you don't, I think you might struggle a little bit, especially in the entry level, starting your career.
Yeah.
Because most of the job at that level are really, really more of a social. You have to be socially open to talk to people.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be opposed to.
You can be shy.
All right. So in addition to the social skills, the second one that I can think of is this is a job, especially depending on where you find yourself in your role, that might be really time consuming as far as your family. So you need a really time family and work life balance.
Work-life balance.
Yeah, the work-life balance. Because I remember my last role before I got into cybersecurity. I would go in sometime at 10 a.m., 10 p.m. at night. They will call me in. Sometime in the weekend, I'll be at work. Sometimes I'll be home or I'll be on vacation, and all of a sudden I need to jump on my computer to fix something or to remote in someone's computer.
Wow.
So it was really, really
Demanding,
taking some time away, that stuff. So you have to be to find a way to balance that, because again, think about These is everything runs on computers, every single thing.
Yeah.
So think about your company, where you're at working, and I know you can be in manufacturing, it can be in pharmacy, it can be anything, but it's computer based. So in the middle of maybe a process or in the middle of a transaction, your computer is shut down.
Yeah.
You can't do something, and you need to get it fixed right away.
Yeah.
So basically, that person that need to get it fixed right away, it might be with his family doing something.
Yeah.
But he has to jump on the call to help you resolve the issue.
Yeah.
So those are the kind of things that I was sometimes find myself in, and it was taking some time away with family and all that stuff. So it's really you need to have a really work and life balance.
Okay.
Otherwise, it might overwhelm you. And there are some people he has some tool on their marriage too.
Okay. Yeah.
It's really hard.
Yeah. So, do you what would you say to somebody as far as work-life balance? Do you suggest to your boss that there are days that you can't do it so that he can, step in or have somebody